Hey there cats, good time of the day and thank you for tuning into my channel. I'm playing Hotshot Racing, though the theme of this video is 100% save game for this particular game, so if you're here to grab it, the link should be in the description, you can just grab it and go do your thing. However, if you want to look at the game itself, I will try my best to give you a short sum up of why this game deserves your attention and why perhaps it does not deserve your attention, so let's get straight onto it. First things first, I want to talk about the definitive advantages of this game, pardon my English. So yeah, let's start with the fact that the main thing for the racing games are, of course, their cars. And the cars in this game are very different, and the devs did an amazing job on the model. Despite being rather low poly, the models itself are easily recognizable, and sometimes you can even recognize the iconic paint jobs. At the same time, I can't say that the game has your default selection of cars. There are some very interesting choices here and there, and overall, there can be some awesome lineups on the starting line, allowing you to put, say, Toyota Supra against Porsche 917K from 1970s, and Supra can win, of course, this being an arcade game. As you can see, everything drifts here, so yeah, Toyota Supra can overtake a Le Mans prototype in this game. All in all, it takes a while to get used to the formula of this game, to the driving, to the way the cars feel, but once you get to it, it is quite fun. It is a lot of fun, I got to say. I also like campy, over-the-top characters. They are very fitting for the 80s arcade game that Hotshot Racing pretends to be. And hardly any of those characters belong on the racetrack, but it feels just right for the 80s game. Yeah, sorry if I already told this. Been a while since I've recorded anything, you know? Well, customization rocks. You know, you can stick a blower, as you can see right now, you can stick a blower on a Lotus Asprit, and it is amazing. I love sticking hot rod hood scoops on all the cars you can imagine, and in this particular game you can stuff a blower on a 67 Toyota 2000 GT, or a 85 Toyota Corolla 11, or a Skyline from the 70s, or even a Panos Esperanto GTR 1. And I don't know, in my opinion it simply rocks. Half of the reason I like the game so much, this particular game so much, is because you can, well, make this typical bug catcher, install this typical bug catcher on any car you can imagine. It is amazing. I don't know why, but it just tickles me in all the right places. So yeah, that's definitely my thing. Just to imagine that you rip out whatever there is in the iconic drifting Corolla and stick in the small block and supercharge it rocks my ivories. It is an idea that is really dear to me, so yeah, Hotshot Racing is the game where I can supercharge 85 Toyota Corolla, the Hachiroku, I believe? That's how it's named? Supercharged Hachiroku, yeah? So this is something that I really like. Albeit on the other hand, some people might find it to be blasphemy, but you know, nobody makes you do it in your own playthrough. You can do it your way. The customization, however limited it is, on the other hand, is rather spacious and allows for enough possibilities to customize your car and pick your own choice, make your own choice however you want to see it. Make your own choice that really suits your tastes. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Also, I have to notice that first-person camera is here, and while I can't say it is perfect, it is here and it is quite usable. I use it rather often, and it is awesome because I like when the racing games make first-person driving camera, even though it might be just there for a token. Still, it is here and it got to be here, so that's a plus. Debatable point is the difficulty of the game. Hotshot Racing hardly can be called a hard game. It takes several evenings to feel comfortable on the expert difficulty, but once you are there, nothing can beat you. And the game even allows you to make some mistakes. As you can see, I'm not driving perfectly and I still win, and yes, this is the hardest difficulty the game has to offer. It is still possible to lose a race on the expert difficulty, but I doubt anyone ever lost a Grand Prix where points make it even easier, so nothing like Ridge Racer 7 6-hour long marathons to take you through some particular race. It also should be mentioned that true to arcade spirit, the game is rather small. It only has 12 tracks and 32 cars, 4 per 8 characters. And yeah, it is a lot more than Daytona USA, which, if I remember right, the second Daytona had only 2 cars, which were basically the same visually, and 3 tracks. Hotshot Racing is bigger than Daytona USA, but it only can provide you enough entertainment for a week at max, and then it is all down for occasional race with friend or with friends, because luckily, true to the old school spirit, split screen is included, and up to 4 players can have a race locally, so yeah, it's a cool game for the couch party if you have a couple pals who are into racing games. But this brings us to the definite minuses of the game. First thing first, as the game is rather short, there are a lot of unlocks there. Even though the game is rather short, there are 32 cars and each car requires you to beat a Grand Prix with it in order to unlock everything for it. This means that at best, even if you'll be as diverse as you can, you will have to beat at least 8 times. Each Grand Prix you will have to beat at least 8 times, and that's a lot in my opinion, but well, that's why I'm uploading a 100% save game. I've tried to find one myself, I couldn't, so I've decided to upload it myself, so this minus is kinda negated if you use the 100% save game. There are also graphical glitches here and there, and as you can see on this particular car, behind the grille the texture definitely should be black and it is white. It is mildly annoying, and these glitches happen, usually on different wheels, and it doesn't look great. But other than that, this is nothing. Though yeah, it is annoying. It is definitely a minus, and devs never fixed it. And to top it off, what tickles me in the wrong way is the fact that characters can only use the 4 cars which are assigned to them. It is possible to hack the game to give the character a car he's not supposed to use, but this thing happens. I guess it happens because the bones in the different models are named differently for whatever reason. Therefore, when you assign a different car to the different model, it doesn't hook up to the bones of the character. It only can be fixed theoretically by unpacking the game and editing the models, which I'm definitely not even trying to do. It is too much effort for nothing. And this is it. Thanks for being with me, cats. Good luck.